Hi guys, it's Little Kansas Kitty and I welcome you back to my journey. I had the RNY gastric bypass surgery on June 25th, 2018, so this marks my 44-week or 10-month post-op update. I started off my high weight at 238 pounds. I'm 5'6". I'm 39 years old, and I reached my personal ultimate goal of losing 100 pounds at 9.5 months post-op. I created my own maintenance range of 138 pounds to 145 pounds. Last week I came to you and I weighed 141. This week I come to you and I'm at 141. In my maintenance range, and I'm happy. For this video, we're going to talk about food and self-control. We're going to talk a little bit about body and beauty, and also some NSVs. This was a very full and abundant week for me, work-wise, and then also some things going on with my kids that was a little emotional, and I didn't respond well. I just didn't respond well to my emotions food-wise, and that made me really think about head hunger and how bad it was this week. So there's head hunger and there's belly hunger. Head hunger is going to be your emotional hunger. Belly hunger is going to be your physical hunger. And when we eat in response to head hunger, we're feeding our body calories it doesn't need. Although I gave in and I caved into head hunger this week, and I ate a lot of junk, which doesn't make me feel good control-wise. It really didn't affect the scale, which is so weird to me. Like, I ate a lot of junk that I should not have been putting in my body. And mind you, it's small quantities at a time, and it's when I kind of get in my grazing mode. But I continued with my running, and it didn't impact the scale, which is, I expected to see that scale like go crazy this week, just increase, and it fluctuated, but to be back at 141, the exact same that I was last week, it's weird. It's just weird. So I'm balancing out, but I don't like feeling like this because I do feel out of control when I give in to my head hunger, and I plan to really hit it hard in the next couple weeks just to feel that control again. If you've watched my vitamin video, you'll see all of the vitamins that I take, and I have been like a lover of Fiber Choice. Fiber Choice are these chewable tablets, and I've always taken the minimum dose, just 2 a day, and it just helps me, go. It helps everything kind of keep moving and regular. And a few weeks ago, I was down to just a couple left, and I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta get some. And so I ran into a grocery store and they didn't have them, and they usually carry them. And so I picked up a different brand, and this is Fiber Well. So I'm not sure if any of you guys are using these. These are not the tablets. They're still chewable, and they are sugar-free. They're gummies, and they seriously taste like fruit snacks. They're really, really good. And so I've already gone through a small bottle of it, almost. I've got enough in my kind of pill organizer case for the rest of the week, and this is still sealed. I found this one at Costco, so it was only like, it was $16, 220, and I take 2 a day, so this is going to get me 3 months plus worth of my fiber. And and just kind of stats real quick. There are 10 calories in 2 of them, and there is 5 grams of fiber. And I can't remember how much Fiber Choice had in it, but I think it was only 4, so just a little bit more fiber. Also, sorry about that. Also, I discovered Parmesan crisps. Oh my gosh, I got this little bag, and there were 3 servings in it, and I had all 3 servings. They're so freaking good. These were Parmesan jalapeno flavored, and the stats were amazing on them. And even for the whole bag, it wasn't, it was more than I should have had, but yummy. Yummy if you are not eating these yet. I think there's a lot of folks that are eating the cheese like wisps and stuff, and these were Parmesan crisps, and they were good, really, really good. After a week of not being too mindful and just wanting to munch a lot, I think I'm getting kind of in, a bad habit of like munching in front of TV in the evenings. And I thought, if I'm gonna munch, let me go stock my kitchen and my fridge with some vegetables. Some raw vegetables that are gonna be super low calorie that I can just sit there and munch if I feel the need to and not feel super guilty about it. And when you are freshly post-op, you are not eating a ton of vegetables. You are eating some, but not a ton, because you're so focused on a high protein, low carb diet. And vegetables have carbs in them. And I think that's where I've been for so long, is that I've been focusing so much on protein because I was so focused on weight loss for so long and low carbs. And so then when I'm not being mindful, I'm just eating like junk, and I'm like, oh, I don't care what I'm putting in my body at that point. But now that I'm in maintenance, I can have a much more balanced and rounded out diet, and I can start having those vegetables, those healthy kind of foods. And so I found some celery, I found some carrots, I got some radishes, some tomatoes, some like the little peppers, the fresh peppers, the little bell peppers that you can just like pop and chew on. And I was munching on those the other day, and I was getting really full, like really, really full. And I was reminded that when I was first post-op, a big fear of mine was, this probably is silly to a lot of you, but I thought, am I ever going to be able to have salad again? Am I ever going to be able to have like vegetables? Because I had so many times that foods were getting stuck and clumping and having clumping episodes. And I was really scared at the time. I was like, oh my God, I'm never going to be able to have salads again. But that's wrong. That is false. Your tummy is going to heal. It's going to heal over time. And for those of you that are freshly new and post-op, just don't be so concerned about it. You're going to be able to eat a lot of the foods that you're not eating right now down the road. And follow your plan, follow your surgeon's advice. I did not have a really strict plan. Mine was kind of open to explore, and that's why I just really just jumped in and delved into YouTube, and I got a lot of my information advice from a lot of other YouTubers, and just doing a lot of reading on my own, because I just had to kind of figure it out on my own. And looking back at kind of my list, it did say that, some foods to avoid possibly are going to be like celery and some different raw vegetables. Some plans will actually say no raw vegetables. Anyway, I was like, I'm just going to try these and see what happens. I got so full so quickly off of eating, like, I had a couple stalks of celery. I had carrots, maybe a handful of carrots, and nothing, I chewed, nothing got stuck, no clumping. I was full. I was really, really full. And I was like, yes, this is good. This is good. This is what I need to reach for and lean for when I'm feeling the need to munch. Oh well, if I need to munch, just fill it with something good for my body like this. Some body and beauty updates. I received a call from my surgeon's office, and it's time. It's time for me to schedule my 1-year post-op appointment. I can't believe it. I'm 10 months here. I've got 2 months to my 1-year surgery. I'm so happy I'm at goal. Like, looking back at some of my older videos, that's what I wanted so badly. I was like, I can't wait to hit my goal and to be in maintenance. And it's amazing. It's amazing to be here. So I will be scheduling that soon and having that in a couple months. Also, Plastics. I talked a little bit about plastics last week. You know, I'm very self-conscious about my booty region, and if I was brave enough, I would show you some of the skin issues, but it's like elephant skin. It's like ET, and it's not pretty. And so I took some of my own advice from my last video about change and making a change, that you have to, you know, make that first step to make a change. And I went ahead and called. I went and called a few surgeons, a few plastic surgeons, and I found one that is very skilled and very reputable with the Brazilian booty lift. Tons of amazing reviews on realself.com, and he is from California and he specializes in them here in Kansas City. However, what I did learn is I'm probably not going to be eligible for a Brazilian booty lift. I don't know what I was thinking. For some reason in my head, I always thought that's what I'm going to get. That's what I'm going to get my shape back. But I have loose skin back there. And a Brazilian butt lift basically does lipo around like the buttocks and around it, just to create that kind of nice, perky, you know, delicious, snacky bum. And it takes and does fat transfer, and so it's taking from your abdomen or different areas, maybe your thighs, and it's doing fat transfer and putting that in to give it a little bit more plumpness. And I'm not looking for a Kardashian booty in any way, but I just want my shape back. I want my little bubble butt shape back. And I realized I am probably not a candidate for that at all because of all the loose skin. They actually are going to need to make incisions. And I think what they're going to do is they will make kind of a V incision along the top of the buttocks and pull it up. And then I'm hoping that they can still somehow do some fat transfer to plump it up, because I don't want just like this washboard flat, you know, booty. I want some shape to it. So I am going to meet with this plastic surgeon in a couple weeks and just explore it. Like, what's possible? What is possible from my problem area? And what's the cost? You know, I was wanting to do this in 2020. I'm just gonna explore it and get that consultation and see what it takes. So be on the lookout to hear my updates on that in a couple weeks. Plasma. I used to donate plasma pretty regularly, and not only because my running girlfriends pretty much donate plasma all. One of my girlfriends, her father died of some kind of plasma disease, and had he been checking it on a regular basis, they maybe could have caught it. I don't know all the details, and so she goes. That way she can kind of get all her numbers checks on a regular basis. Plus, it also pays. They pay you to donate plasma. I was donating pretty regularly for, oh gosh, maybe 7 years or so. I got my nose pierced and I didn't tell them. And when I had my annual physical and they asked if I had any, you know, new piercings or tattoos or anything, I told them I had my nose pierced, but I had removed it. And actually, I removed it after weight loss surgery because I never kind of could get it back in again good. You might even look at some of my earlier videos and you'll see the little bling in there, but I could never get it back in again after surgery, right? And so I was like, oh, that was a phase. That was a phase. I'm done with the nose ring. Anyway, when I told them about it, they were really upset and they were like, you should have told us about this right away. And I was basically deferred, denied, whatever. I can't donate there again. I can go donate at another plasma center. So I may start doing that. Originally, my surgeon's office said no donating plasma for like 12 to 18 months post-op, but I'm going to check with them because I think that was only because they wanted you to focus on weight loss, and that's a really low carb diet, and so you're going to be kind of weaker and, you know, low calorie diet. And I think now that I am at maintenance, I'm probably okay to start donating again. So I found this other center that's not too far away from my house, and I'm considering going there and donating plasma again. I think I may have developed another kidney stone. Yay me! And so I need to go get that checked out this week. It's been about 4 weeks now that I have felt some pressure on my bladder. So whether it's either a bladder infection or a kidney stone forming, I've got to go get it checked out. I need to, because it's not painful, but there's a discomfort there that is a familiar feel that I felt years ago. That was a kidney stone, and I need to go get it checked out. So I'll let you know. I'll let you know what I find out, hopefully this week. Botox, I mentioned my Botox last week. I really am liking the results. I'm just slowly doing some couple little update kind of clips and videos of myself to show the progression, and I hope to just put together a quick little video within the next week or so. Got myself a pedicure yesterday. I think it's important to just do those things for yourself and do a lot of self-care and take care of yourself. It just feels good. It feels good. And trying to focus more on self-control food-wise, I thought, let me go treat myself to a pedicure. 22 years ago, I was in a really bad car accident and I split my lip open. I had to have a ton of stitches, and I also had to have plastic surgery to kind of create a natural lip line again. And I decided, with me going in to get Botox and, with lip fillers being pretty trendy right now, I was like, what the heck, I'm gonna do this for fun. So I did get some lip fillers just a few days ago. My lips are a little puffy and swollen still right now, and what I really liked is that they were able to concentrate on some of the area that I lost a lot of tissue and kind of fill that up and create more symmetry. And so that was just another little beauty treat that I gave myself this week, and I think I'll probably take a few before, during, and after photos and update those on my Botox video. Just a few NSVs. We have a conference room in my office. We actually have like 16 conference rooms, just a ton of different areas to nest and to gather. And one of these conference rooms has these chairs that you have to sit in, pull the little lever to bring them back down lower to scoot them into the conference rooms. And one of my responsibilities is to make sure that the office is always spick and span, tidy, everything's put back in place. And so on a regular basis, I run by that conference room, I sit in all the chairs, I feel like I'm going on a ride along the table, just, lowering each chair. And I have noticed, I didn't mention this before, but I've noticed in the last few months that it is really hard for me to lower those chairs. At a high weight, I was able to just sit down, pull the lever, and I just went straight down. Now I sit down, I pull the lever, and I'm like, just trying to put my weight into it. And I guess that's an NSV, a non-scale victory of some sort, because I don't weigh that much anymore, and it's actually a little tricky for me to bring those chairs back down at this low weight. We had Take Your Kids to Work Day this week. It was a national holiday, and I so specifically and clearly remember last year. Oh my gosh, last year I was at such a high weight, and we were sitting around and doing circle time, kind of an Indian style on the floor, and it was bad. I struggled so bad sitting down on that concrete floor in Indian style in the circle. And even while we were conversating last year, I remember thinking, how am I gonna get up? How am I gonna get up? And I had to kind of roll over onto my knees and then, push myself up at the time. And I was embarrassed, and we were taking photos throughout the entire day, and I was really camera shy and trying to hide. And when the link came out to share those photos with our team, I didn't even look at them. Because I was too embarrassed to see the pictures of myself at that high weight. This year for our Take Your Kids to Work Day, it was awesome. We went on a walk, we did some exercise, we had such a blast. I got down on that floor in Indian style and jumped right back up with ease. The photographer that we had taking photos, she sent out the link. I checked him out. I'm like, wow, I look cute. I look normal. I just, it's a big NSV to be able to be comfortable in photos again and to be able to move around and play with children. I have just 2.5 weeks left till my next marathon. This is a girls marathon in Vermont. getting really excited about the trip itself. You know, no major time goals for me. I think I will be a little faster than I was at my Phoenix Marathon, just basing off of my weekly runs. I did add in a run in the last few weeks on Tuesday mornings. Tuesday mornings are my speedy runs. There's this girl named Emily, and she's super fast, and I've always been really scared to run with her, and now I am running with that group on every Tuesday morning, and it's tough. Mondays I have to eat really good. I have to hydrate really good. I have to make sure that I get a really good night's rest, and I have to just like wake up and mentally prepare for that every Tuesday morning run. And while I'm running with the Tuesday morning group, I am focused. I am not talking. I am focused on my breathing. I'm focused on leaning into the hills. I'm focusing on pace, and it is much faster than where we usually land at during the week, but that has also picked up. And so coming from like 15-minute per mile pace, initially post-op, I think that's where I was when I started shuffle jogging. I am now at pretty much a 10-minute pace with my girlfriends. We usually land at about 9-minute 52 seconds, 9-minute 55 seconds, around there during our weekly runs. But when I do the Tuesday morning Emily run, we are at, this week it was a 9-minute 11 seconds. So that was, whew, we're flying. For me, we're flying, and then we always pick it up and just like race at the end, just sprint to the finish. So that is a huge NSV, and although they are very challenging, I know it's good for me, and I know it's making me a stronger runner. Here's to control and being mindful in the week ahead. Self-discipline is the magic power that makes you unstoppable.